Long before he became a national treasure for coaxing prize blooms from stubborn soil, Alan Titchmarsh quietly nursed another passion: horses. The Ilkley-born broadcaster, already deep into a horticultural career, decided on the eve of his 40th birthday to master the saddle as resolutely as he had mastered the spade. Riding lessons soon turned into weekend hacks, and by 2009, the BBC stalwart was front and center of All the Queen's Men, an ITV documentary that saw him thundering across parade squares with the King's Troop Royal Horse Artillery. The program captured Titchmarsh's boyish glee as gun carriages wheeled inches from his boots and the air rang with jingling harnesses, a moment he later called "my most cherished experience on horseback." Despite the adrenaline rush, the experience also exposed the 60-something gardener to the brutal realities of ceremonial cavalry work. Split-second timing, hard ground, and a real risk of serious falls. 12 years later, during a wide-ranging chat recorded at May's Royal Windsor Horse Show and released on the 22nd of June 2025, Titchmarsh told Pippa Funnell and Tristan Phipps on the Talk Horse podcast that the ride had planted a lingering doubt. "You reach an age where breaking a bone is months in plaster, not weeks," he admitted, adding that friends half-jokingly called him foolhardy for galloping beside artillery pieces at 30 miles per hour. Titchmarsh finally laid down the reins 3 months after that life-changing day with the troop, when an osteopath advised him that another tumble could jeopardize his presenting career. Now 76, he confesses the decision was as much about pragmatism as fear. "If you're self-employed and your hands write books and plant gardens, you can't afford 6 months in a cast," he explained. The gardener's trademark warmth surfaced even in resignation. Giving up riding, he said, felt less like failure and more like parking a vintage car in a safe garage still loved, just not revved every weekend. Horse riding was one of 2 challenges Titchmarsh set himself before turning 40. The other was learning piano. The piano teacher emigrated, but the saddle stuck until now. Reflecting in the Telegraph, he once joked that the thunder of hooves and rumble of gun wheels could set the hairs on the back of your neck on end. Today, that memory fuels contentment rather than regret. "I did it. I tasted the thrill. And knowing when to stop is its own skill," he told podcast listeners. Stepping away from equestrian pursuits has hardly slowed Titchmarsh's pace. He continues to film ITV's Love Your Weekend, maintains multiple writing contracts, and still appears at Chelsea Flower Show with the energy of a man half his age. Off camera, he gardens at his Hampshire home, where raised beds now outnumber hay nets. "I get my kicks watching delphiniums dodge late frosts," he quipped, proving that thrills needn't arrive on 4 legs. Titchmarsh's candid acknowledgement of aging bodies and occupational hazards offers a gentle reminder that passion and prudence can and sometimes must coexist. By sharing the story on June 22nd, he turned a personal crossroads into a public masterclass on self-care. Celebrate the chapters you've lived, but never fear closing the book when a new season demands it. For Britain's favorite gardener, the stable door may be shut, yet the garden gate remains wide open, and that, he insists, is more than enough room to flourish.